Yo!
What's up?
Tomboy.
What's going on?
What's going on, bub?
Not much. How about you?
Nothing. Just super excited just to, hang out and
Another new episode?
talk shop. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
New episode, new us, right?
Yeah.
That's
New
how that
year,
saying
new
goes.
us. It's a couple weeks in the new year, but
Yeah, it is.
New year, new us, I guess.
New theme song, new us.
Hell yeah. I love that new theme song.
Yeah, me too. So as I was, I guess before we jump into everything, I do see that we got a voicemail here.
Oh, okay.
So let's take a little listen to that.
Hell yeah.
What's up? Happy New Year. It's your boy, The Bagel, calling from California.
Bagel.
Wanted to wish you all a happy New Year. Hope all is well. Yeah, I just wanted to call and say that if the 2 dumps I have taken so far are any indication of how great 2025 is going to be, we are in for a kick-ass year. We're talking should have called Guinness, record-breaking, amazing stuff. I looked it up, and in German, it is called a Glückswurst, which translates to lucky sausage and means a poop sausage that shoots out of the ass without pressing and without leaving any poop residue. Just straight shooting through the hoop. So I hope you all are off to as good a 2025 as I am, and look forward to coming back and seeing you all soon. Good luck with the show. You know I always have nothing but love. Talk to you soon.
Awesome.
Well, that was sweet.
Yeah.
Nice little voicemail from the Bagel.
Hell yeah.
Happy New Year, Bagel.
Happy New Year, Bagel.
Hope all is well on the west side. We all,
We'll see you soon.
Yeah. We're looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
It looks like, oh, he also sent a text in here.
Oh, okay.
There's no context, but it just says,
Of course.
that's the Bagel. It says, we have a Saturday yoga / breath work class. The instructor was talking about the breath work and said, if what we are doing is too fast, feel free to slow down to a medium pace. And I was immediately thrown out for yelling, pretend I'm the pizza delivery guy and watch me whack off. That doesn't surprise me.
It's only he can get kicked out of a yoga class for.
So we had a double there from the Bagel.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Bagel.
Thanks, Bagel.
Great to hear from you.
Miss you.
Enjoy the West Side.
Yeah.
I guess other than that, what's going on with you, bub?
I have to vent from a story from hell.
I see you smiling a little bit here. What's going on?
I was house sitting for a little bit, and so I ran out of food. Had to pack up everything and unpack and do all the running around, go back to work. All 9 yards. So I decided to kind of push off doing grocery shopping for the second day, whatever. So I'm going to Walmart. I made the mistake of going to Walmart by my house.
Okay.
It's not the greatest Walmart.
Okay.
It's not the worst.
Can't be any worse than Steelyard.
It's the second worst.
Okay.
It's the one in Brook Park.
Okay.
And so I get in there and I'm like, everything's picked over. It's all like zombie apocalypse for like produce. I'm like, all right, this is starting out great. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, just keep shopping. Everybody's just getting in the way. It's like all the white trash showed up that day.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, blocking every aisle. There are multiple people, multiple carts. I'm like, my anxiety's going through the roof. So after finally get done, I'm standing in line for the self-checkout. And then I reach down. I forgot my wallet.
Oh, shit.
It's like...
So you just spent all this time in Walmart for nothing.
Uh-huh. And I'm like, I live 5 minutes from the Walmart.
Okay.
But I'm like, I can't people anymore.
Yeah.
I just can't deal with it.
Did you ask someone to watch the cart while you go get it and come back?
This is where I was like, I had a moment in crisis with myself, just what do I do?
Yeah.
So I might be the asshole. I don't know. I have to ask if I'm the asshole.
Okay.
I just left it. I just left the cart.
With groceries and stuff
Yeah.
in there? Oh, no.
Usually I'm the guy who I would put everything back. I don't care. But I'm just like, I just can't today.
That's definitely the asshole move. Did you
know.
at least tell somebody and be like,
No,
hey, I forgot my wallet?
My anxiety was going through the roof. I did everything. Like I said, I couldn't handle it anymore. I was like, I know I could just drive home and there's a 50-50 chance that it's still there. But I'm like, I just couldn't. So I was like, I just gotta go.
Oh shit.
So I apologize to the clerks at Walmart, or I guess the associates or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
But half of them don't want to be there anyway. So
Yeah, they're like, fuck it.
yeah. So yeah,
Man, that
that's my
sucks.
story. Yeah, it's just a bad day. And then like I got the McDonald's right after, and the pop I had was flat. I'm like, everything's going wrong today. I just need to restart.
I'm just gonna go to bed and start over again
exactly.
tomorrow.
I literally just took a nap, and I'm like, I'm just going to bed. Fuck this.
It sucks having those days.
Yeah, but I felt bad for the people who worked there. But I'm like, all right, I'm not like the worst person in the world, but
Mhm.
you know,
Can you imagine, I don't know, just being those
workers.
Yeah. I mean, having to deal with the fucking trash
Oh my
coming in
God.
there, and
Trash in, trash out.
yeah, and especially in certain areas where the Walmarts are,
Oh my God.
and just like the steel yard is fucking
I had to go to Steel Yard one
terrible.
time around Christmas for a gift because it just happened to be at that Walmart. And that was it. I swear, like the girl who was checking me out was like, I made her day worse by having her have to work.
Oh
She's
yeah,
standing there talking bullshit with her buddy, and then I'm just like, we don't have to talk. Just cash, ring me up and like, we don't have
Yeah.
one word to us.
yeah. Oh, that pisses me off where they like make you feel like
I'm
you're
inconveniencing you.
Yes, absolutely. It's like you're here for fucking 8 hours, dude. Like
Yeah,
you have to be here. I mean, you don't, but
Yeah.
you choose to be here, and I need to be here to pick up these things. Like just
yeah.
like
I
you
don't
said,
want to be
you
here.
don't have to fucking talk. They're like, yeah, I don't even want to be here.
Yeah, I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I'm supposed to be here today. It's really funny because when you were saying like I apologize to the clerks and we're
Yeah,
talking,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
just thinking about the movie Clerks
Yes.
also.
Well, we had it on our topic, the idea of topics or whatever, because we were shooting ideas back and forth one night, and about like deep diving into something instead of like a random topic. Let's go into something we know or something
Yeah.
we don't know, but we'll go start with something we know.
Taking a little break from the guests.
Yeah. So we talked about it. Kevin Smith came up.
Mm-hmm.
I love Kevin Smith.
Yeah, same.
Same. So let's get into it.
Let's dive in. So let's start with the first one here, right? Clerks,
Clerks.
1994.
Hell yeah. 93, 94.
94.
94. Okay.
How old were you when you watched that for the first time?
Okay. So I go way out of order with my watching.
Okay.
I don't know when did you get into watching this movie?
So the first time, Clerks was the first one I ever watched.
Okay.
I mean, I was probably like 10, and my babysitter was like a college girl.
Okay.
And I remember being up in her room, and she was getting ready to go out or whatever. But like it was like a little while before my parents were coming to pick me up. So I remember sitting in her room, and she's like, "Here, just watch this movie." And she popped in Clerks, and that's the first time I watched that movie. I was 10 years old.
I'm now thinking about the little girl, like that scene where the girl's in the movie store and the mom's like checking out all the porn.
Oh yeah.
He's right in front of her.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good babysitting, just like you.
Yeah.
Here, just watch this rated R movie.
Yeah.
You're 10 years old. You know.
Or when he's sitting there at the counter looking at the magazine, and that little girl comes in and to buy a pack of
Buy
cigarettes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was only 10 when that came out.
Damn, that's awesome that you watched that early.
Mm-hmm. Well, then she also showed me Mallrats shortly after.
Okay.
Because that was like that year.
Yeah. So mine was, I saw Dogma first.
Oh, okay.
Much later in high school, I saw Dogma.
Yeah.
It just
Dogma was great.
happened to catch it on like Comedy Central or something like that. I was like, oh, this is a hell of a lineup. Like, all right, I'm tuned in. It was a great movie. Loved it. Didn't know anything about Jay and Bob. Didn't know anything about like Kevin Smith or anything. Just watched the movie. It was great. And then like a year or two later, I'm in Blockbuster, and I used to just go by like the DVD covers.
Yeah, of course.
I
Yeah.
was like, oh, Will Ferrell's in this movie? Cool. All these actors in the movie?
Oh,
So then I watched Jay and Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
And no context. I didn't even put the two and two together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a random movie. I'm like, oh, that was pretty funny. Love stoner comedies. Whatever.
Yeah,
fuck it.
yeah.
All right, cool. Never put it together. And then I went to college. My college roommate was like, oh, you don't know about this stuff? Here's Mallrats.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I love this. And he's like, we'll start with Mallrats, and then we'll go through the rest of them. I'm like, oh, they're all connected? That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
So, I didn't watch Clerks until 2002.
okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, definitely a few years behind.
Yeah. When I went to college, so.
Yeah, Clerks was, I mean, I don't think I really understood most of what was going on in that film. Like, at the
10 years
time,
old? Yeah, I wouldn't know.
you know, like, I didn't know what a snowball was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the girl does say, like, what it is in the film, but, like, that none of that was registering.
Yeah,
through
it's
my
over
head.
your
Yeah.
way over your head. It's
Yeah.
just like the scene in Tommy Boy when I was a kid. Like, you know, talking about the Yankees and, like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, the masturbation jokes.
Yeah.
Like, that went way over my head.
Skanky and alfalfa.
Yeah, I repeated the lines, but I didn't know what they meant. You know?
Yeah.
I thought it was funny line.
Yeah. Clerks was cool. And then I think I watched Mallrats like shortly after.
Okay.
Like later that year. And I think she's also the one that showed me Mallrats.
Nice.
Which I definitely enjoyed probably more. It seemed more like, you know,
well, it's not black and white.
Well,
It's-
yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, just the story was just much cooler. You know what I mean? There's
It was
like
more-
all kind of like shenanigans going on like
Yeah,
in the mall and all that. Like,
It's more relatable than black and white and convenience store.
yeah.
Which we don't have that many. Like, we have convenience stores, but, like, you're in and out. You're not, like...
Yeah.
It's not like in Jersey where you're there every day.
Mm-hmm.
Picking up, you know, pack smokes or whatever.
Yeah. Mallrats. I mean, you first off, you get to when they get to that psychic reader, and she opens up her shirt and
Oh,
she's
hell
got
yeah.
like the 3 nipples, and you're like, whoa, boobs. But there's also 3 nipples. What's going
There's
on
another
here?
set of boobs there,
Yeah.
It's quick, but you know,
Yeah. There's so many
you gotta
great
learn that
like,
pause button.
Yeah. But like just the jokes were better and funnier. You know what I mean? Like,
he knew what he's doing on the second
Yeah,
one.
I had a better idea.
Even though
Like,
somehow it was a flop. Like,
yeah, I know. It's a cult classic now. I mean,
Yeah.
all of them are.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, dude, Mallrats is fucking awesome. I mean, I still to this day will be like if I do go through the mall, or whatever, I'm like the goddamn kids on the escalator again.
Exactly.
And I still use the tell 'em Steve Dave, which
Yeah.
we have a friend nicknamed Steve Dave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
His name's actually Dave.
Yeah.
And I like years ago, I like brought him around like a bunch of friends at this party, and we were playing cornhole like across the street. Like we set the cornhole boards like up on the tree lawns, like across the street.
Oh okay.
And it started raining, and my buddy, he's like, "Hey, Steve, can you grab that cornhole board?" And I was like, "His name's not Steve, it's Dave."
Steve Dave.
And I was like, my brain's like picking it up. I was like, "Holy
Ding.
shit!" I go, "Yeah." That's what my brain was doing. I was like light bulb. I was like, Steve Dave, and then so I told them what my brain was going like laughing about, and they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like Steve Dave, that's hilarious. So we started calling him Steve Dave all night,
Yeah.
and then it just kind of stuck, and I still call him Steve Dave to this day. And this is probably like 15 years later.
Oh yeah.
So it's always that tell him Steve Dave.
Yeah. It's a whole podcast now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you want to go back to Clerks and you want to just deep dive in like one movie at a time?
Oh yeah.
Kind of like brush past it.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Let's
origin stories.
Let's okay. Back to Clerks.
Yeah. So what was your first initial or your what was your reaction when you saw it? You said you didn't.
Yeah, well, like I mean, I didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there was parts that seemed funny to me, and like, you know, like as like a 10 or 11-year-old, I'm just like, there's a little girl buying cigarettes. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
You know, my parents smoke cigarettes too, but it's funny that there's a kid doing it.
Yeah.
And then you get like the one weird guy that's coming in and like putting the eggs in his mouth.
Oh yeah. You know
And
who that
it's-
was played by?
I don't know his name, but I know like
He was famous in the Mallrats movie.
he was also Mall. Oh, well, he's the
Well,
Tell
he
Him
was-
Steve Dave guy,
He was
right?
Tell 'em Steve Dave,
Yeah.
but he was referenced in
Yeah.
Walt Flanagan.
Walt
Walt Flanagan's dog.
Oh.
Took a shit on the carpet or whatever. No, that's Walt Flanagan. He's Kevin Smith's like best friend.
Yeah.
He owns a comic book store, and
Right. I saw the reality show too
they
that
do
they
the
had.
Steve Day podcast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's that guy.
yeah.
Walt Flanagan. That's
Sorry,
funny.
I dove and nerd into
No, that's
the whole
okay.
extra universe of Kevin Smith.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
What about you? What was some of the favorite parts?
Fuck. I mean, I literally quote this anytime I hear the word number 37.
Oh, I know exactly where you're going with this.
In a row, don't suck any dick on the way to the parking lot.
Try not to suck any dick on the way to the parking lot. Yeah.
Literally, I can't, it's Pavlovian to me. I hear 37 and I'm like,
Yep.
in a row. I
You
probably
suck
have done another show.
37 dicks?
But if I only slept with 3 guys.
Yeah. But 37 dicks? Am I 38?
Hey, don't come back here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that dude,
You
snowball.
snowball,
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a movie that kind of helped me think about maybe like, oh, I can write this. It's like punk rock. Like, oh, anybody can do this? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like in a bad way. Like, it's like, oh, okay, I can write about my life and maybe I can make a movie one day. I never did, but you know.
Yeah, I heard that he like sold like all of his comic books and like maxed out all of his credit cards just to be able to like pay for production. For
Yeah,
this
pretty
film.
much. That was the whole deal. Like, there's a famous number for it, but I don't remember off the top of my head. It's like 27,000 or something like that. It was like,
Wow.
that's all it took for it. And they had to like, the reason it's
That's a
black
lot,
and
though.
white was because it was like cheaper
Yeah.
than doing the color fixing, and then with the neon light, because they were filming at night at the convenience store. He worked all day and then
He
filmed
would
all
record
night.
while the store's closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like blocking the lights out, it was just easier to do black and white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do remember reading some shit like that. I think they're also having some trouble with the lighting too. That ended up becoming an issue.
Yeah, just the neon store lights.
Yeah.
So I guess it didn't work very, very well on film.
Yep.
It's a story. But,
Mm-hmm.
so then, what, Mallrats next?
Yeah, Mallrats is 95.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, it's the first movie if you go in order.
Yeah, I heard that like technically Mallrats is supposed to happen the day before,
Yeah.
and I don't know why. Is there an explanation for that?
I think it's the Julie Dwyer dying at the
funeral? Is
No,
that who
well,
they went to go see the funeral for?
The
in
funeral
Clerks?
was Clerks. Yeah, but
Yeah.
she died in the beginning of Mallrats. And it might see the problem is I watched them so many times with deleted scenes that I don't remember which one. I think it was in a theatric thing. The whole point was they were supposed to go to Florida.
Right. Because he was going to propose
TS
to her
and
when
whatever her name. I can't remember her name off the
Yeah.
top of my head. But they were gonna he was gonna go to Florida, propose the plot of the movie. But because Julie Dwyer died in the pool doing laps because somebody called her fat, that
Oh yeah,
she now has to step in on her dad's dating show.
that's right.
So the whole trip's off, and then they break up because of it,
Oh, okay.
and then hence the rest of the movie.
For some reason, I was thinking that like when they're talking about the funeral or going to a funeral in Clerks, that they're talking about some dude that tried to suck his own dick, but then is like snapped his neck or something like that. Is that happened in the movie?
I think they referenced that, but like it wasn't that. No, they were talking about Julie Dwyer because they all went to
Brandy.
high school.
Brandy, that's her name.
They all went to high school together.
Okay.
And it was like the first time I'm like, wait, all these are connected? That's fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I knew, like, what Happy Days had like spin-offs and
Right.
spin-offs, but like to be actually interconnected, I was like, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are more movies like this?
Yeah, the View Askew-verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Marvel. Kevin Smith did it first.
Yeah. I didn't even put that together.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's right.
So yeah, so like that's why they're just interconnected. But it gets all convoluted because a couple of people will play multiple characters, so then
Yeah.
kinda, like thrown off of like who's who.
Mm-hmm. I know it's definitely, especially once we get a little bit further in. But I mean, well, I guess for example, there's Shannon, which is Ben Affleck, in Mallrats.
Yeah.
He's that owns that or works at that guy clothing store or whatever. That's
Yeah,
like beating the
yeah.
shit out of TS through the film. But he, Ben Affleck plays. I think he's got at least 3 different characters through Kevin Smith movies.
At least 2.
He's got Shannon from Mallrats.
Yeah, but
I
in
think it's-
Mallrats he goes to jail. And like,
Yeah, but
so
I think he's
like
Holden.
Shannon said.
Yeah, but Holden is chasing Amy,
Mm-hmm.
where he's the one that wrote the comic book characters
Yeah.
for Chronic and Blunt Man, and then he plays in Dogma.
Oh yeah, Dogma. I fucking
He's
forgot about it. That Loki,
No.
Barnaby,
yeah, Bartleby.
Bartleby. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. So he's done at least
That's
3.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And then he also twists them in different things too, because you see Holden comes back and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
That's about it. He's holding it in the rest of it. He's
Yeah.
only like the angel from Dogma in Dogma.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Shannon.
Shannon.
Yeah.
Because the whole deal is he got arrested at the end of Mallrats and was in jail for
Yeah,
fucking a girl in the back of a Volkswagen.
yeah.
Most uncomfortable position.
Yeah. Oh man, Jason Lee, love Jason
Oh,
Lee.
he's top 10. He's like the reason I watched love Dogma.
Yeah, he's so great.
And Alan Rickman were Dogma.
Oh yeah.
But then I was like, oh, you're in this fucking movie? Awesome.
Just I love when Jason Lee is actually on the dating show when him and TS jump on, and it's got also Dante. He plays Gil.
He plays like 3. He also plays multiple characters. But,
yeah, throughout this.
But that's just because like, hey, we need a fill.
Yeah, we're buddies. Yeah. I need you. You could play this role. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the fucking scene when they're doing the dating show, and then she's like.
Contestant number 3.
Well, yeah, she's like, she asked Jason Lee, and she's like, if we were making whoopee, he's like, what's whoopee?
Yeah.
Like fucking?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, if we were being intimate, like, what sounds would you make? He's like, And he just starts making all these sounds, like, ooh. I don't think I want to answer that. It's kind of personal.
Yeah. He is the best character.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but he is kind of an asshole.
Yeah, for sure. But he's the comic relief as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And then what's another question where I forget what she asks him, and then he starts talking about
teeing up the whole like talking to TS about like wanting him to answer like, hey, he's being an asshole, but I'm gonna call him out on it.
No. But when he starts telling the story about his uncle being on the plane.
Oh God.
He's like, dude, this one time my uncle was like on this plane, and then like they basically got an announcement that the whole plane was gonna like crash. So he just pulls out his dick and starts jerking off, and everyone's like freaked out at first, but then everybody else is all masturbating all at the same time, and and then all of a sudden the plane like fixes itself, and like everybody was quiet, I'm like, and then one spoke over again, and then Gil's like, well, did he come?
Not now, Gil.
You'd want to know.
I mean, that is the question to ask.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
If somebody told that story on the show, I would have asked. Like,
oh, yeah.
Well, did he come?
Yeah, that's exactly what you have to do.
We all need to know.
Yeah, we have to know.
Oh, yeah, those are great.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite movies for a very long time.
Yeah, agreed.
And then Chasing Amy came.
Mm-hmm.
And it hit me in the feels like when I was like emotional, like drunk college kid, like chasing after girls, like that's how you do it. And it's like, you really think about it, that's not how you do it.
No, not at all. Chasing Amy, that was 97.
Yeah.
I only watched that once, maybe twice.
Okay.
And probably in that late 90s, early 2000s.
Gotcha.
And all I remember of it is that like Ben Affleck's in love with what's his name, Joey Lawrence.
Joey Lauren Adams.
Yeah, and then she's gay though, right?
Yeah. And it's like he thinks he can turn her, but like they become best friends, and I think she's like like almost bi, but like not, but it's like she's going through the I'm gay phase, or not phase, but like, preferred girls at the time, but like thought she was gay, and now she might be bi, but it's the whole can you turn her, and then it's a really weird 90s
definitely
point
90s
of view on lesbians and turning people gay.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I mean, I remember watching the like Night at Kevin Smith like Q&A, and they talked about it like a lesbian was like, thank you for all that.
Oh, nice.
So it was like, you had a good point of view.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like, yeah, it is a concept that people think that you could turn one way or the other, but you can't.
Mm-hmm.
So
interesting. Yeah, it's been a long time. I might have to like throw that in and like do like a rewatch.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for some good old rom-coms every once in a while,
sure,
so
same.
That's one of my top ones.
Interesting. Yeah, I had there was somebody that I was just talking to recently that also said that like that's one of their favorite movies. And I'm like, fuck, it's been I would say at least early 2000s.
Yeah.
Since I've seen that last.
You remember when bands were putting all like movie quotes in songs?
Yeah.
For a while.
Yep.
I kind of wanted to do that with the whole Chasing Amy speech, but I'm like, that's gonna be way too long. And it's like I can't cut it because it's too good.
Yeah.
But it's too long because it's so good.
You just do one of those. I don't know if you ever see those videos where it's like they've been doing like TikToks. And
Oh
like,
yeah.
It's like Midwest emo,
Yeah.
and then they just have that playing, like
Playing
that,
the whole clip. And
while they're just playing like the Midwest emo music
like,
behind
you
it.
have to tell the entire story.
Yeah.
And I was always like the thing with his movies. It's like Kevin Smith has the last line that like turns the whole movie.
Yep.
You know, I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Also, I think that is the movie that had his longest dialogue.
Oh, telling that whole story about chasing Amy.
Yeah. That's the longest one that he has, because everything else is just a couple words or like one sentence. Or
You want to hear? I don't know if you know about this. He was originally supposed to play Dante.
I heard.
He wrote for Dante for himself.
Oh no, I think it was Randall.
No, he wanted Dante. Oh no, yeah, because Dante's based off of him.
Yeah.
So he wanted Randall, which is based off of Brian Johnson, who's the other guy, Dave.
Yeah, the big guy. Yeah.
But like he couldn't handle directing and acting, so ended up giving it to Jeff Anderson.
Yeah, I did. I remember hearing about that. So he's like, it's too fucking hard to try to act and direct and all that.
And the guy, one of his buddies was supposed to play Silent Bob, and he just like, you're out.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna play the role.
He plays like the jock in the high school jock that shows up in the halfway through Clerks.
Okay.
That's who Silent Bob was supposed to be.
Ah, gotcha.
But then it also because Muse didn't know how to act and was super nervous, like he had to clear the whole set, and just him and the two of them are together. And a camera. So I don't know.
Perfect. Yeah, and he could just kind of just sit back there and just kind of
keep him going, poke the stick and keep going.
Yeah. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Chasing Amy. I don't really remember much, but that's where they're doing they're comic book writers, right?
Yeah.
They're doing a comic. Did they ever say what they were doing, what comic they were making in the film, or was it just later on where they just made it seem like it was
Blood Man Chronic?
So they did actually say that in Chasing Amy?
Yeah, because the whole point of them showing up at the diner and him giving Kevin Smith or Silent Bob giving the speech to Holden was they went to pick up residuals for them for the likeness of the comic book.
So they do that also in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yes, that's why Holden.
So they did it twice.
Well, yeah.
Oh, they're making the movie.
They're making the movie based off the comic book.
Yeah.
Because in the early 2000s, everybody wanted to make like all those comic book movies.
Yeah.
So that's where that whole plot came from.
Gotcha.
And then,
didn't know that.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Why?" They go see Ben Affleck and Jay and Bob and say, "Why the hell are you making a movie?" He's like, "I didn't make a movie. I sold the rights years ago."
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was the whole point of that.
Next, before we get too far ahead, let's get into Dogma.
Hell yeah.
99.
My favorite Easter movie.
I had to think about that for a second.
I mean, it's about religion.
Yeah. No, I get it. I love Dogma.
Hell yeah.
It still holds up to this fucking day.
Yeah.
I think it's quite hilarious that Smith didn't have the rights for that for so long. And he was in a battle for, I don't remember. Oh, it was Weinstein that held up.
Oh, the movie rights. Yeah, that fell through because
he just recently got it back. Earlier this, it's 2025 now, but
was it Paramount? No, it wasn't Paramount. Whatever the movie company was, ended up closing up shop, and nobody picked up the rights for it for years, so you couldn't distribute it anymore.
Yeah.
Universal had it for a long time, and then dropped the ball, forgot about it, and nobody knew about it being out, and then all of a sudden one day it's hey, you can't make this anymore, and then they realized nobody has the rights, so we can't figure out who it is who has the rights.
Yeah.
I heard recently he just bought it back though.
That's what I just said.
Okay.
Yeah, he just got it back just end of summer or something like that.
I mean, it was on YouTube for free.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you can watch it.
Right.
Not trying to be torrent it or whatever, but it's Literally, you can't watch it unless you own it on DVD.
I still have a burnt copy
Hell yeah.
from like the early 2000s.
Oh yeah. But I'm a fucking demon.
Yeah. Yeah, let's dive into it, dude.
Yeah.
Dogma. What a great story.
Hell yeah.
Also, that's just the opening, like that bit just being like in the airport and like the people watching.
The nuns, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, just fucking with the nuns.
Hell yeah. That's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the fucking. I mean, everything's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You have what's his face, Alan Rickman as
The voice of God.
Yeah, it begins with an M. I forget his fucking name.
I'm bad with names.
That's fine.
Especially like big long names like that. Like in Game of Thrones, I was like Captain Friendzone, and this guy, and the short guy. Yeah, like I know the characters, but I don't know their names. So
yeah. Fuck. And he was like my favorite of out of all of those. Metatron.
Metatron. Okay.
Metatron. That was it.
Yeah.
But he had a fucking awesome.
The voice of God.
Yeah. Him just showing up, and then he's got that cool fucking fire blown up, and then they just sprays him out, and he's like, God damn it! He's like trying to dust off his suit.
You know how long it'll take you to get it out of here?
Yeah. There's dry cleaning costs?
Yeah.
Who was a favorite character for you?
Jason Lee. But I'm a fucking demon. Yeah.
Yeah, was he Ezreal?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the demon.
Yeah. And he's controlling the hockey demon kids.
Yeah. He beat up
God.
Shadow was the god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or was Alanis that god?
Well, yeah, but she was inside the old man's body.
Oh, and
at the beginning, they killed him in the park in the beginning, and then
his spirit went out. Yeah,
yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Lee's just like one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
Of, weird, indie actors kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what else.
I mean, it was an all-star cast back then.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, oh, it's the girl from fucking Men in Black.
Yep, it's the Men in Black chick.
Who's the main character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jean Garoppolo showed up for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm
in the
like,
abortion clinic.
Okay.
Yeah.
We get more? No. All right. And then
Chris Rock. Yep. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
George Carlin.
Yeah. He was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
He blessed his golf clubs.
Yeah, that was a great fucking.
How do you get Carlin in this movie? That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
They obviously became buds because he reappeared later in fucking.
Jersey Girl, yeah.
Well, he might have. I never watched that one.
Okay.
But he reappears in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
As
He's the one that.
No, as the truck driver. Yeah.
Well, he's hitching a ride.
Yeah.
It's like the rules of the road.
That even had a bigger all-star cast. Yeah.
Shit, where were we? Oh, Dogma.
Yeah.
Right? What a great fucking movie to kind of just make fun of religion.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's why I said I watch it every Easter.
Yeah. Damn, I'm gonna have to start doing that.
Hell yeah. He is risen, so awesome. What's that?
Yeah. Trying to think of what all in that. I'm trying not to mix up movies here. Yeah, so I don't know if we go down the plot line here. I guess we haven't done that for any of the other ones, did we?
We kind of did for Mallrats, but yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess we kind of did. So I mean, what? So there's the chick that's she can't have a baby. She works in an abortion clinic.
Right.
And Metatron, the voice of God, shows up to.
It says you have to save.
You're
God.
the what do they call it? The last
Messiah.
kinda
You're somehow the great granddaughter of somebody.
Right.
I don't remember the way the Bible was.
Yeah, and basically you have to go and find. You're gonna have these prophets that are gonna go with you, which end up being Jay and Silent Bob.
Of course, they have to be Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, and I have to go kill the two angels, right? Loki and Bartleby.
Yeah, they can't enter the gates because it was a whole
loophole to get back into heaven because they were kicked out. Yeah.
That's the plot of Dogma.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But so many fucking cool things in that movie. Oh, Selma Hayek too.
Yeah,
she's the sexy stripper.
Yeah, the Muse.
Yeah, the Muse. Yeah, and you got that shit monster that comes out.
Hell yeah. You know what's funny about that movie? Outside of after the movie, did you ever hear about any of the protests he had to deal with?
Oh yeah, Smith.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Go on.
They interview him on the local news. He goes to his own movie to protest because basically all the Catholics came out and said, like, protest this movie. It's
Yeah, the
anti-religion.
West, whatever. Yeah.
Even though Kevin Smith grew up Catholic, was Catholic up until making the movie, and then was like, yeah, this is kind of bullshit, but whatever. And he's on the news like, yeah, this guy's a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, sir, you can't say this. Well, like, no, this movie should be stopped.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube, so if you want to check it out, check that out. It's hilarious.
Kevin Smith protest dogma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably how you can find it. That is a great bit.
Yeah. I mean, you got to protest your own movie.
I was just thinking about the scene where like Chris Rock, I don't know why I said it like that. Chris Rock like falls from the sky.
Oh yeah, naked.
Yeah, and
He's like, fat boy, give me a coat.
Yeah. He's like, people just don't fall to the sky, And then here comes Chris Rock. He's like, holy shit. He's like, big titty bitches just don't fall to the sky, Like waiting for him to come down.
Yeah, because the whole time Jay's just trying to get laid.
Yeah.
It's the end of the world. You gotta do it now.
Yeah. So if you have 5 minutes left, would we do it? If there's 5 minutes, I guess so.
Yeah.
And then he actually attempts to do it at the end of the movie.
What are you doing? I'm taking my pants off. You said it. 5 minutes left.
Yeah. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah.
2001.
Yeah.
I was in high school.
I was also in high school.
Yeah. I think I might have been working at Hollywood Video when this came out.
Nice.
And that was...
How you watched it?
Yeah.
Nice.
That one was fucking... This was top notch. This is fucking...
Yeah, it was all-star comedy,
Still kind of having that Clerks feel, because they're hanging outside the quick stop, right? The opening scene. $15, little man. Put
Speaking
that
of that
shit
opening
in my
scene.
hand. Huh?
Do you know the Easter egg about that opening scene?
Is it that Kevin Smith's daughter is
Baby Bob?
Baby Bob. Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
It's so weird to see her now. Like, he's a full-blown adult. I'm like, I'm old. Fuck.
Yeah. Nice parroting. Who's watching the kids?
The fat one's
yeah, watching the little one. Hey, fuck you fucking square. Yeah, so that's the whole thing, right? So like as we were saying before, is that they catch wind from Banky.
Yes.
And then
Banky from
Chasing Amy. Yeah.
That they're making a movie out of Blunt Man and Chronic.
Mm-hmm. They go to the comic shop and he tells them everything. Yeah. And then they go and see Holden.
Yeah, and then they figure out what the internet is, and then how to go to Hollywood.
Yep.
Get with the jewelry heist girls that take them across the country, and then they get to Hollywood and shut down the movie. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much
which you get like I think it's hilarious when they get in there and it's Jason Biggs and Jason Vanderbeek.
Yeah, James Vanderbeek.
James Vanderbeek and Jason Biggs.
Yeah,
playing.
Fuck you, Dawson.
Yeah. He's like, hey, aren't you that pie fucker? And he's like, God damn it. Always known for being the pie fucker.
He still is.
Oh, God, yeah, always will be.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, I always think of Saving Silverman for him.
That's true.
Yeah.
I always thought that would be like, it's the nacho's touching the other nacho.
Yeah.
It's one nacho.
It's all one nacho.
Bad movie. Not a great movie. But...
Oh, it's an amazing movie. Do not knock fucking Saving Silverman. That movie's fucking circle. It's amazing.
Yeah.
There's so many great one-liners off of that.
I probably haven't given it to. Like, I probably watched it only twice, so.
Oh, yeah. No, I've watched it a billion times. Yep. Lug nut.
All right.
Fixed it. Dude, so good. This whole movie's fucking awesome.
I might have to give that one another rewatch.
Yeah. What about, is there any favorite parts for Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Fuck. I mean, there's the whole thing's like little one-liners. Like, George Lee's going to sue somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when they're trying to make Blunt Man and Chronic.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, kid, it's Mark Hamill.
Yeah. It's like, why do they call you Cockknocker? He's like, oh, funny question, actually. And he's like, yeah. Punches him right in the balls.
Exactly. Princess Leia is the nun in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And then, George Carlin, he's like, hey, I'll take a shot in the mouth if it's willing to get me a couple 100 miles.
Yeah. Should have used that on your California trip.
Yeah. Throwback.
Yeah. No, it was just an all-star cast, and it was a great movie.
Yeah, there's a lot
Dumb
of fucking
stoner
people in
comedy. I
there.
loved it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It made more sense watching all the other movies, and then I'm like, oh, okay, makes 10 times more sense than just that. I'm like, I don't know who these guys are. All right, fine, whatever.
Yeah. That was fucking
And
fantastic.
that was pretty much supposed to be the end of the VSQ universe.
It was supposed to
originally.
be. Yeah. Like that was where it was
'Cause that's
supposed
when
to.
he stopped and did Jersey Girl. After
Yeah,
that.
Jersey Girl was next. That was 2004.
Yeah,
Which I never watched
Affleck
it.
and
Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I hate Ben
Or-
Affleck.
Or no, I'm sorry. Jennifer Lopez was in it, but it was also Liv Tyler
Oh, okay.
was the main love interest.
Oh, okay. I thought it was J-Lo.
So I guess spoilers. I don't know. Whatever. It's a 25-year-old movie or whatever.
yeah, it's a 20-year-old movie.
Basically, Ben Affleck is married to J-Lo. They have a kid. She dies giving birth,
oh, okay.
and he has to move in with his dad. He was like a high and like attorney or whatever at the time. Has to move back in with his dad in the slums of Jersey, who's played by George Carlin, and meets Liv Tyler. They fall in love. Yada yada. Rom-com.
Was
Not his best work. Not like,
Yeah.
it was a total departure from all the other shit he did. When you get to it. So
I
it was,
was like looking at the list of shit that he's made, and I'm like, this is completely out of the realm.
it's
I mean, the further we get down this list, he does tend to. He was starting to do other shit, which is great because he's got some like really dope ones.
yeah. There's a lot that was going on in his personal life too. That ended up like you could see the pattern.
Yeah.
Nothing bad, just you can see the pattern what was going
Mhm.
on. But yeah, then he started doing like a lot of movies like that, studio movies to to pay for another movie. He kind of wanted to stay away from the VSQ for a while, but like always get drawn back to it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So he made like was it Cop Out? Was it the next one?
No, actually, Clerks 2.
Oh, yeah, so he did go back to Clerks. Okay.
Yeah. So he did. He
But I
went
think
back
he did
to-
Cop Out to finance Clerks 2.
Yeah, because I think no, because Clerks 2 came out in 2006. Cop Out came out in 2010.
Okay, maybe you just agreed to do it and then.
Yeah, and I think he only directed Cop Out. I
Yeah.
don't think he wrote that.
No, he wrote it and directed it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it was like I'm staying away from VSQ
Gotcha.
because he wanted to work with Bruce Willis. Apparently, that was the whole point of that movie.
That was. I mean, I guess we'll get. I guess.
But yeah, we'll get to it later.
Yeah, we'll get down to that one. So Clerks 2. Love Clerks 2.
Love, of course.
You did a fantastic job with this being like
Pick
the
right
sequel.
up where you left off, where
Right.
these guys are in their 30s now.
I think so.
Yeah, because Clerks is
They're working at movies.
right after high school. Like the high
yeah.
school, like college-ish area.
Yeah.
Age, like 20, under 21,
Right.
or 21 to figuring out what the hell your life is. And then now you're 30, but then the store burns down and they have to go work at movies.
Yep. That's right. So yeah, that's right. The beginning, the opening scene is that the quick stop burns down.
Left
And-
the coffee pot on again.
Yeah. So Dante and Randall go and work at movies, which is the fast food joint that's in like
Dogma
and Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's basically the day in the life, like you would with Quick Stop, but with movies.
Yeah.
And you get what's the chick's name?
Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson. Yeah. Yeah, I know. She was a babe.
Smoke show in that movie.
Yeah. And then you have what was the the little like dum
Oh God, was it, Elias?
Elias.
Yeah.
Yes, Elias. That character is fucking
Because
something.
you need somebody new to pick on. So.
Yeah, no, that was great. He had a great thing, like especially like I love the conversation with him and Randall, and they're talking about like he's like, you ever kissed a girl? And he's like, oh, geez, Mr. Randall, like
Yeah.
chill. He's like,
super Christian. Yeah.
yeah, and he's like talking about how his girlfriend has the mouth troll, right? It was called like Lister.
Oh God, what was it called?
It's like it's something like Listerine, but it's like God, I can't even think of what the fucking thing is. The mouth troll,
yeah,
but it prevents her from kissing.
yes.
And then when he's talking about like having sex with their pillow pants, that's
yeah.
the one the vagina troll.
That won't let her.
He's
Won't let me
dead
touch
serious.
her vagina.
Yeah. What a great fucking character. And you know what's funny is that the girl that Dante is marrying in the movie is Kevin Smith's wife in real life.
Yeah, that's when you started seeing like, hey, we're gonna bring back these random cameos.
Because she was also one of the girls in the Diamond Heist in Jane
Yes.
Silent Bob Strike Back.
That was her first acting role, technically.
Nice.
Yeah, she was a reporter and had to interview Kevin, and then they got to talking, and then fell in love.
Huh.
Got married right away. Got her knocked up right away, and then
Didn't waste any time.
No.
They're still together. I
still
suppose.
together.
That rules.
Yeah.
And you get to see her boobs in Clerks 2.
You do get to see her, but
I think she flashes Randall.
Yeah.
She's trying to get Randall out of there, and she flashes her tits. He's like, I'm going to go.
Yeah. Was that like pre-Kinky Kelly in the Sexy Stud?
Oh, yeah.
That was the beginning of the movie, right?
It's like, like probably midway.
Okay.
Because then she's like saying that she's going to go leave and do whatever for the day.
Watch Clerks too.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, they're just working there, and it's Dante's last day because he's going to move down to Florida to work for her parents.
Yeah,
right?
that's it. Yeah,
that's what it is. But he's also in love with Rosario Dawson.
But he can't tell her.
Yeah, but then he finds out that she is knocked up by him from their affair.
Yeah.
Also, I love that Jackson 5 like song bit that they have there.
Yeah.
That's a dope bit.
It is. That's a great song too.
It's
the dumb dance break on top of the ceiling.
Yeah.
Fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
All right, everybody back to work.
Yeah. And also I love Jay and Silent Bob in this one too. It's like they do the whole Buffalo Bill thing.
Oh, would you fuck me?
Yeah, yeah. He's got Goodbye Horses playing on the fucking the fucking boombox.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Also, I loved it. And then towards the end there. So yeah, that's right. Randall
throws a bachelor party.
And orders like a donkey show.
Yeah.
But what shows up is the dude with a donkey because it was
Kinky Kelly and the Sexy Stud.
Yeah, I'm the
She's
stud.
Kelly, I'm the stud.
Yeah. What a dope bit. Next, Zach and Miri Make a Porno.
Oh fuck, I forgot about Zach and Miri.
2008.
Yeah.
I love this movie.
You know why that movie was made?
No.
He just wanted to work with Rogan. Seth Rogen.
Oh, okay.
That's why
That's it?
Yep. He was like, I want to work with you. Let's make a movie.
That's hysterical.
Yep.
What a great movie too.
Yeah. It was a surprise. I mean, you had a couple cameos in there, as you always do. You're like, I've kind of noticed this now, like watching Kevin Smith. You have to watch it like one for the first time for the cameos, and then second time like cameos and Easter eggs, and second time for the actual story.
Yeah. And this is basically the roommates, Rogan, and I forget that chick's name. She's in a billion movies too. She's also the girlfriend in Role Models.
I
just watched that movie recently.
She was also like, she's in 40-Year-Old Virgin. She's like a million other things. You've seen her, you know her.
Yeah.
I just can't remember off the top of my head without looking up. So
that's fine. But yeah, so they're the roommates and their fucking power's going out. They're losing their heat. They don't have any money. They work in a shitty coffee shop, right? And then they get an idea to make their own porn, but they decide to do like a parody porn, right? And then they're gonna do like the Star Wars theme porn. And then after filming all that shit, that storage unit catches fire, and then they got to start over and do a whole new fucking thing.
And then they have to basically fall in love.
Yeah. Best cameo in that, Justin Long, hands down.
Oh yeah,
Justin Long's character is fucking hysterical.
That her name is Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks, that's right. Yeah, I knew that. Dude, Justin Long, where he's like the gay.
The reunion.
Yeah, when they're at the high school reunion.
Yeah,
and he's like the boyfriend of the one dude she had a crush on. But he's like a gay. Is he a gay porn star or a director?
Yeah, I think that's who he is. Gay porn star or something like that.
Yeah.
That's why he gave him the idea to make the porno.
Yeah, because like
to save money.
Yeah, because Seth Rogen was like, "Oh, you're an actor," and he's like, "Yeah, you could say that." He's got that like deep voice. He's like, "Oh, is there any things I've seen you in?" He's like, "Well, it's mostly all male cast. Well, all male cast."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, what's some movies I might have seen of?" He's like, "Shut your mouth, or I'll fuck it," and like all these other like really gay fucking porn titles. That's definitely the best fucking one.
That is.
What's a favorite one for you?
I think I only watched it once.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah,
really
so
remember that one at all?
I remember watching the movie. I think I maybe twice, but not like it wasn't one that stuck with me. Like
Mm-hmm.
there were like not memorable lines that like stuck with me forever. But like not a bad movie. It's just
Yeah.
saw it and I was like, all right, cool, move on.
Another one that I like is what's that black dude from Office? Craig.
Craig Robinson.
That's the guy who also like Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because he also works at that coffee shop, and him and Rogan are talking about, I think, like probably making this porn. And this white dude comes in, and he's like, "Yo, can I get a coffee, black?"
Yeah,
And then Craig looks at it and goes, "Can't you see we talking
white.
white?"
You ever hear those lines? And you're like, like it's from a movie, but you can't remember.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I've heard that line a million times, and I just can't remember. I can't place it where it's at.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah,
And also a bunch of boobs.
a bunch
Can't go
of
wrong.
No,
Yeah.
you're making a porno. Of course,
Right.
you're gonna see some boobs.
Well, yeah, you could have gone a shitty route and be like, "Well, no boobs."
Here's a bunch of dicks.
Yeah. So here next is Cop Out.
Yeah, he wanted to make a studio film, studio. He wanted to do something and wanted to find a studio to finance it, and then it was also like bonus working with Bruce Willis.
Mm-hmm.
And he loved Bruce Willis from like Die Hard. He was in a Die Hard movie, or like one of the like later Die Hard movies.
Kevin Smith was?
Yeah, he played a cameo in one of the movies.
Okay.
And then so they thought like, oh, we're gonna be best friends. And then apparently like on the set he was just an asshole. Bruce Willis was an asshole.
Shit. That
Like,
sucks.
And just like Kevin Smith shit on him for years. Like all the Q&As and everything like that. Like he would just shit on him for like just being an asshole, like ruining his like
yeah.
childhood dream.
Yeah, that sucks.
So
Like, take that as a lesson. Don't ever meet your idols.
I guess they've made up in later life now that Bruce Willis has gotten sick and he's like I think he's got dementia or something like that now.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they have made up and yeah, he takes back everything he said basically, but don't scorn the guy with the microphone
Yeah.
in a podcast.
So you watched Cop Out?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It was like a one and done. Him and Tracy Morgan were in it. It was
Yeah.
all right.
I remember wanting to see it when it came out, but I don't remember why. Like,
Kevin Smith movies don't last very long in the theaters. So
Yeah.
you got kind of maybe a month and then it's gone.
right.
So you just gotta wait for DVD or streaming or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, I just I don't know why I didn't get around to watching it, and then I guess I just kind of forgot about it.
Well, like you said, it's not like one of the essential
Yeah.
ones you have to watch per se. It didn't really do well in the theaters, so
Yep. Well, that's Cop Out. I don't even know
Yeah.
what the premise is.
I can't remember. Old cop, and Tracy Morgan is his partner, and
Gotcha.
I don't know
That old song and dance.
Yeah, that old song and
Mhm.
dance. You getting too old for this shit kind of thing. but
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
Red State, 2011.
Red State was a very weird.
That was interesting.
I think at the time he was having issues with the movie, like Hollywood itself. He wanted to make it, and he just said fuck it, and like basically made the movie, and then it didn't do very well because wasn't promoted very well,
Yeah.
and then he quit Hollywood based off that movie
Smith.
because they were like, we're not putting this out, and he's like, fuck it, then I quit. Like, fine, do whatever. I'm done making movies.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah,
I liked Red State.
yeah, it was good. I mean, I think I watched it once or twice, but it was like, it wasn't a comedy, so I'm like, oh
No,
okay.
this is
That
where
threw
he
me off.
starts getting back into like a
I'm like,
more
all right, where's the
serious
funny?
film. Yeah. It's basically like a small town. There's some like high school kids that
It's based off the Westboro Baptist Church.
right, which is the church that was protesting dogma.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, they were also like showing up at 9/11 funerals. and,
yeah.
funerals of protesting funerals of people from died in Iraq and stuff like
Right.
that. So they were just
Yeah,
the
just
piece of
shitty.
shit.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a couple high school kids that one of the kids basically finds like an app where you can meet up with like chicks and have sex with them, right? That's kind of the whole idea.
okay.
You don't see their face. They just like when they show them like through the phone, you see like naked chicks, but their faces are covered by like emojis.
Mhm.
And it's like that's kind of the whole bit that they're making fun of. But the three dudes, they go to this trailer park basically to meet up with this chick, and she drugs them, and they basically wake up and they're inside the church of like this culty church that this small town knows this is who they are. And they're basically out to basically kill anybody that doesn't believe in God, and they're making examples out of it until
what they would think is God.
Yeah, their beliefs, I should say. But then it basically kind of turns into like an all-out like brawl, like a firefight between like the police and them.
And you wouldn't think that as a Kevin Smith movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you would, like, if it was anybody else, it's like, oh, this is a great movie. But like, as Kevin Smith, it's like, all right, it's a little weird. Where's the funny? You know?
No, I mean it was done really well. It's cool.
Oh yeah.
What's this? His John Goodman's in it.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other smaller like roles that are in there. What about the guy that's have you seen My Stapler?
Oh, Stephen Root? No.
I don't remember what his real name is. He was in Dodgeball.
Yeah. He's in a bunch of stuff.
He's in a ton of stuff.
Barry. If you ever seen Barry on HBO.
Oh yeah, Barry. Yeah. No, that's
a
a fantastic show. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's like a local cop that he was getting a blowjob from some dude like on his car off to the side. He thinks he might have been seen, so he's trying to catch these kids. It's a
Stephen Root. Yeah.
Stephen Root. So it's like a whole fucking thing, but yeah, it was a fucking great film. Ended well. It was awesome. And definitely like different than of like all of his like normal shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was
Then they did like the Jay and Silent Bob cartoon.
Yeah, that's when he started experimenting with smoking weed.
Yeah.
Much. He's well, I think he was also like, I'm done with Hollywood, I'm done with making movies, but he started doing the podcast in 2007.
Yeah, and this was 2013.
Yeah, so I think it was just like here's some funny stories we tell on the podcast, and it's just reanimated with Jay and Bob characters. Or whatever, so
interesting. I never watched it, but
that's some Animations. That's like basically like us telling a story on podcast, and like somebody animating it. That's what that was. But Jay and Bob, I watched it once or twice.
I think I was kind of over the Jay and Silent Bob stuff. Like around the time, I'm like, it's just Jay and Silent Bob.
It was like a cash grab kind of thing. It's like, all right, let's make a cartoon. Okay.
Never watched it. But were you gonna say something else?
No. Go ahead.
2014. Tusk.
Hell yeah.
I love Tusk.
So the origin of Tusk, right?
That the like on the podcast, and they like there's like a Craigslist.
They were doing on the podcast. They did like they have these police bloggers from Nova Scotia, and they kept finding all these weird things, like Craigslist ad about the guy wanted to turn another guy into a walrus.
Yeah, like he wanted somebody to come over and dress up as a walrus for him or something like that.
A kinky thing. Whatever. And then they just got really high and just went off and wrote a whole story on the fucking podcast. Like, what if this happened? What if that happened? What we would do, basically.
Yeah. Dude, Tusk, that's a fucking awesome one. If you guys haven't seen Tusk, this is a really dope horror film. Slightly comedy. I mean, a little bit. A little bit. I mean, it's so...
Yeah.
It's so basically there's Justin Long, which I love Justin Long.
Mm-hmm.
Jess thinks that Justin Long is a national treasure. She loves...
Not wrong.
Yeah, loves Justin Long. Him and... Haley Joel Osment, the little kid from Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
They have a podcast called the Not See Party because Justin Long goes out and does like these travels to interview these weird people, and the Sixth Sense kid doesn't like to fly or anything like that, so he stays behind. Justin Long goes and visits people and then comes back and tells the story.
Yeah.
So Justin Long goes to Canada to basically meet with, I think, to like these swingers or something like that, but it falls through. And then he's pissing in this bar, and he sees like a letter on top of like the urinal that basically says like, I'm an old man and I have all these crazy old stories and I used to be on a ship and blah, blah, blah. So he contacts this guy and he drives out the middle of fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And this old guy's telling him all these stories until he gets drugged and wakes up, and basically this old man is trying to turn Justin Long into an actual walrus.
Yeah. very weird movie premise, but yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. It's fucking awesome though. I love it.
I went with two of my buddies to see it in theaters, and my one buddy apparently got too high during that before that movie. He started freaking out, like left 3 times during the movie. He's like, "It's the fucking worst movie ever." So we always just make fun of him. Anytime we see a walrus, we have to we tag him in photos and stuff like that. Like it's just one of those ball busting things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. There's so many people that are like, that movie fucking sucks.
Oh yeah. Because it's not like, once again, you think it's a Kevin Smith movie, so you think it's comedy,
Yeah.
and then it's like, dude, you didn't know what the hell you were watching?
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing, is that people didn't know what they were getting themselves into. I mean, there's a lot of, what do they call, like, body horror?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
But like, yeah, the people are just like, it's just trash, because it's not just like your traditional just rinse, wash, repeat horror
Stoner
films that
comedy.
just fucking
Yeah.
throw into the theater and as cash grabs. And it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's watch the remake of this movie 1,000 times
Yeah.
over and over.
Yeah,
Something
let's watch
new,
Leatherface again.
creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too. It was, I mean, like, I get, because maybe I was so involved. Like, I was listening to podcasts. I mean, he's the reason I got into listening to podcasts to begin with. I was at work and like figured out what podcasts were in 2007, and I looked up his. He only had like maybe 10 or 15, so I just been on board like since the beginning, basically.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so it was like I knew the story, so I was like, oh, of course I have to see it now. Like, and so I loved it because of that reason. Probably,
Yeah.
probably because I was more involved with it, than
That's probably true. Yeah.
going in blind. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm just a horror fanatic, so I think, like I love weird off the wall shit like that.
yeah. So I mean, like, it was good, but then it like derailed his career for a little bit too. Once again.
Yeah. But I think, I mean, I don't know. It was a great move. I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
happy.
Oh no,
fucking made it,
he did it. He wanted to do a whole horror trilogy, and I think there's a third one coming out.
So is Red State supposed to be
No,
one of them?
it's Tusk. I'm sure you're gonna say it next. It's Yoga Hosers,
Yeah. That one is next.
and then Moose Jaws, which has not come out yet.
Okay.
It's been rumored to come out for years, and
Okay. Gotcha. I think I did read
I don't
something
know
on
if he
that.
stopped doing it or who knows.
Yeah. Jinx. Yeah. Since you said it, Yoga Hosers.
Yoga Hosers was weird.
I watched it once when it first came out,
Yeah.
and it was just meh.
Well,
Didn't love it.
I think he wanted to make a movie with his kid.
Yeah. And Depp's kid.
And Depp's kid, because they're best friends in
Yeah.
real life. And Johnny Depp was in both Tusk and Yoga Hosers as like a French detective or something.
Yeah,
like that.
he
I
was.
think that's the interconnective
Okay.
tissue that between all 3 movies.
So he did show back up as the French detective in Yoga
at the
Hosers?
very beginning of
I don't
Yoga
remember.
Hosers.
I mean, this is
I think
2016.
he stopped in the convenience store
Gotcha.
that they worked at, and then
Just a small little bit.
yeah.
I don't remember like anything about that movie.
I
I feel like I remember them trying to defend themselves against something. Is there
little
monsters or
little Nazi wieners,
don't
like
even
cocktail wieners, and it's just Kevin Smith in a fucking fat suit, like wiener costume. With,
Oh
like,
my gosh, I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, this is why it's not a great movie.
Yeah, I don't.
But he got
remember
really he started smoking way too much weed at this point in his career, and like saying like everything's hilarious, and like,
Yeah.
we have to make a movie out of this. And of course, like
Then
people
you
like
do.
me, I'm like, all right, you take my money, like, all right, we'll watch
Yeah.
this. But I'm like, I think I even waited on that one. I was like, I'll wait till like watch that at home. I'm
Yeah.
not paying for that one.
Yeah. Well, speaking of him smoking so much weed, just 2 years later is when he had that heart attack.
Yeah,
And so I think what he said is the doctor told him is that if it wasn't for him being so fucking high, he wouldn't have been like as calm, and he might not have survived that heart attack.
yeah, he had a Widowmaker,
Yeah, Widowmaker. Yeah.
and like it's a 98% or 90%
Yeah. Killing rate.
killing rate.
Yeah.
And he survived. Yeah, because he and then that
Because
basically
he was doing stand-up comedy at the time, right? Or doing some sort of screenings. He was traveling around, right?
Yeah, he was doing he's doing his podcast, like live shows and stuff like that.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And he did a show, and then he started feeling like weird in between sets. And like usually he would do like a show, then a little meet and greet, and he couldn't do the meet and greet, and somebody like saw him, and they called an ambulance, and he went to the hospital, had a heart attack, and then became vegan after that.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
So
He's like has like a strictly like super healthy diet now.
Yeah, he lost a shitload of weight.
He looks weird.
Yeah,
And
if you're so used to seeing,
him as like a fat guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he was never that fat.
No,
but
he
like,
wasn't. But like you know,
he's like, oh, I'm
his-
fat kid. You know,
his-
like I always say I'm a fat guy. But,
yeah, but like his face is like so skinny now.
yeah,
And the weird thing is like he still wears these giant jackets. It looks like a little kid wearing their dad's jacket.
yeah.
You know, like the fucking like little blazers
Well,
and whatnot.
I mean,
It's like
if you
he-
lose that much weight, sometimes like you have a little bit of excess, and you don't want to be seen in public like that.
well, sure, absolutely, but like it's just like a blazer jacket. You know what I mean? It's not like
he
he's
always
wearing
wore
like a
hockey
hoodie or
jerseys, so
Sure.
it's not like
well, I see that that's going to cover everything, but this is
Yeah.
an open jacket, and the
Yeah.
shoulders look so broad that it looks like a little kid wearing
That
their
is
dad's
true, yeah.
jacket. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because his face is all skinny and
he's
shit
also
now.
wearing jorts and a fucking
Yeah, he's got a goofy ass smile.
He's got the Kevin Smith look,
Yeah.
backwards hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2019, the Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
is that first or yeah, that was first. Yeah, reboot.
Yeah, that's what it's called. The reboot.
Yeah, that was also super cameo.
I watched it once.
Let's like wrap up everybody's story from like chasing Amy, and
Jay and Silent Bob Strike
it's
Back.
basically Jay and Bob too. You know.
Yeah, well, it's because they fucking. I'm pretty sure what I remember is like it's Jay is like daughter that he had with Justice from
From
Strike Back. Yeah, and she's like a teenager now, and he's like trying to be part of her life and then like be like her dad, but there's like
played by Kevin Smith's daughter.
I think so.
Yeah, in real life, he is a real life daughter.
Yeah, and I don't even remember like what all the whole premise of the actual movie
I
is,
think
except
the premise was they were gonna like, so this is like when everybody like we're rebooting, you know, every movie ever, you know, going back to what you said about horror movies. So that was the premise, was like just like Strike Back was, they're making a movie, now they're rebooting the movie and
Yeah.
they're trying to stop it. So
Yeah,
they have to
yeah.
go to Comic-Con
that's
stop
what it is.
it.
The Comic-Con. That's right.
and then run into their kid with Justice. You know,
Yeah,
I don't remember
yeah.
her name in the movie, but like they end up going across country with them to Comic Con.
Yeah.
And they realize like, hey, we're father, you know, son,
Yeah.
father daughter, and it's like weird. And now they have to like connect on that level.
Mm-hmm.
I think he wrote that like his Muse became a father, and it was weird watching him. He said it was weird watching Muse to actually be like a responsible adult.
Yeah. Also, was that the time period where like Jay was going through like a relapse, and he told him that he wasn't going to put him in another movie until he got clean, or was that earlier on?
That was Clerks 2. He got clean.
Okay.
He's been clean and sober ever since Clerks.
Okay.
Because, yeah, every movie he was getting really, really fucked up in real life, and like getting real high and everything like that. And that's why he when they do the Buffalo Bill scene in Clerks 2, he's like, I found Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's
Because
right.
he found rehab. Yeah. Which thank God he's better now and all that. But
Yeah. Then there was Kilroy was here.
never heard of that one.
Me either. I never saw
That's
that
a
one.
Kevin Smith movie?
That's what it says. Yeah, it says it was in 2022. So I'm
don't
like gonna add it to my
I never
list to
even
take
heard
a
of
look.
that.
Yeah, I'd neither.
Is it out?
Well, I mean,
Because there was like there's a lot of movies.
supposedly-
There's a lot of movies he's supposed to make Mallrats 2 and Clerks 3 was out there for a long time before it actually got made. So
so it's an hour long.
okay, maybe that's why I didn't ever heard of it.
Yeah, and it's the thing says a very scary movie by Kevin Smith, and all it says is a horror anthology centered around the phenomenon of the Kilroy was here graffiti. So I don't know what Kilroy was here or
No,
what
I
those
don't
tags
even
were.
remember any of that.
And just off of this app, it's got a 2.5 out of 5.
Okay,
so,
well.
and there's, I mean, his daughter's in it. It looks like a few familiar faces, but it basically, there's not really anybody. I mean, Jay's in it. Nothing really.
Well, there was like a few movies of like offshoots that weren't technically Kevin Smith movies, but they were in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a movie Jay was the main character, and like Kevin Smith played Kevin Smith in the movie instead of like in real life. It was
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a really weird, fucking not great movie. But
Yeah.
yeah.
That SQ thing. There's all their side movies. Like Vulgar was one I watched back in high school.
Yeah, that's all his friends that wanted to make movies
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and he was just like, all right, I'll produce them.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Also, so Clerks 3.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that was a thing.
I love Clerks 3.
You did.
I loved it. But then again, I am take my money right away. I'm going to see it day one, you know.
Did I give up too soon? I watched about the first 20 minutes of it, and I was just like, basically to the point where like Elias comes in the store and he's got that other dude with him in the beginning.
Yeah.
And things are kind of starting to kick in. I got through like 20 minutes of it. Maybe I just wasn't in the mood to watch it, but like I was like, Jesus, this is just...
I mean, it's a love letter. It's fucking Clerks 3. I had a heart attack and survived, and I want to make everything right.
Well, apparently his heart attack, Clerks 3 was inspired by
that.
The heart attack. So I don't even know what even happens in Clerks 3.
Okay. We're full spoilers then?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
been out for
3 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. So they at the end of 2, they reopened the convenience store. So they now own the convenience store.
Yeah. Dante and Randall decided to open up and buy
Elias,
it themselves. Yeah.
Turned goth at some point.
I thought he was. I mean, I don't know, because I thought he was still like into
Hangs out with the goth kid.
Yeah, like some like nerdy kid. They were like telling making like really nerdy jokes that he was like whispering into Elias's ear, and then he's like, "Yeah, that's a good one." And like I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
That's
here?
Kevin Smith's daughter's boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
In real life, he's in that the new 4:30 movie, basically playing the Kevin Smith role.
Gotcha.
So he's like an up-and-coming actor, and he put him in the movie.
Got it. So yeah, what's the premise of Clerks 3?
So Dante has a heart attack.
Okay.
And it's about like we did nothing with our lives, you know, and the kind of realizing like what the hell have we done with our lives, and like, you know, we've been here for 40 years and we did the same thing for 40 years.
Yeah.
It's cameo galore, you know, as it always is.
Yeah.
And then he has a second heart attack and actually dies in the movie.
Oh shit.
But it's also sad because they wrote off Rosario Dawson because they had a baby, and when she was supposed to have the baby, she died in childbirth. The baby and Rosario Dawson died in childbirth. So it's a fucking
Jersey
sad
Girl?
movie when you really think about it. That's why she's not in the movie. And then I'm trying to think, it's been a few years since I've seen it. Dante dies in the movie.
So just leaving Randall and Elias?
Yeah. And it's kind of like it was a weird epiphany I had watching that movie, like thinking about it afterwards. It was they played the Black Parade because Kevin Smith's daughter loves
My Chemical
Romance. Yeah. And, like he became friends with Gerard or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if you listen to that song and watch that movie, it like lines up perfectly. In a weird like,
you know what's really weird is that now that you say that, the whole entire opening scene was the Black Parade. They played that song in the entire. Yeah, I was like
the entirety of it.
Yeah, and I was like, I thought it was gonna be like 30 seconds or like I mean, I was like, holy fuck, we have to listen to this whole. Like, I love MCR, Black Parade. The album's amazing, song's cool.
Yeah.
But I was like, when I'm watching a movie, I'm like, we're spending 3.5, 4 minutes,
I thought the
5
same thing.
minutes.
I thought the same thing.
Of
I'm
just
like, all
playing
right.
the whole fucking
I'm
song
like,
for a montage.
I get you like My Chemical Romance, but like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna play a fucking Rancid, the whole Rancid song.
Yeah, but I mean, even the Rancid songs are like 2.5 minutes.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying I'm not gonna play a full song in the movie, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You
play
just play
30-second clip.
Right, exactly.
And then,
yeah, I thought that was weird.
But like, I don't know. I never saw it on the internet, and maybe it's just my own like epiphany with it. It was like it just kind of all lined up like when I was a young boy, you know, and then talk about like growing up and open the store, and then goes like through his life, realizing like life was a fucking waste, and then ends up dying at the end of the movie, and then like Randall and Elias basically are running the store now.
Interesting.
That
you know, I know it's technically a spoiler alert, but that's kind of intrigued me to kind of actually go back and actually watch it.
Like, yeah, I mean, you get through all the jokes and you get through all the cameos, and it's not a bad. Like, I liked it.
Yeah.
But like, I look at it and I am the audience.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a. like I'm the guy who's taking money, but yeah.
Yeah.
I know I just mentioned it, the 4:30 movie I just saw.
I was gonna bring that up next. This is the last one on the list.
Yeah,
His
it's
latest one.
it's all based off of his podcast again. He did it's basically takes place of his life before he worked at the convenience store,
Okay.
and he went through emo Kev phase where he was like tape recording his inner thoughts about relationships and love and yada yada yada, and like that's what it's based off of.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's an hour and a half. You ain't gonna. I mean, it's not like I rented it. It was, it's okay.
Okay.
Not like you have to go see this. Oh my god! But
Yeah.
like, it's all right.
All right.
The only tie to the VSQ universe is they go see dental school, which is one of the Clerks references in like when he's ordering movies.
Oh yeah.
That's it. That's
Okay.
like, it's an all right movie.
Gotcha.
Got a couple cameos in it, and then
It's on the list.
Yeah.
Because I saw the trailer and I was like, this is intriguing.
Yeah. It's based in
Um,
the 80s and that
yeah.
like 16 to 17-year-old, but it's like
I feel like there's a lot of movies that have been coming out lately that have been like that age range, and some of them were okay. Some of them like,
some of them
this
it's like
is-
we're getting too old for that shit.
Well,
Like,
I know, but like, there's still like, even like super bad is fucking hysterical to
Oh, yeah,
this
yeah,
day.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that still pulls off as like high school
but
kids.
like
you know what I
we
mean?
watched it when we were younger.
We were out of high school though.
Yeah, but like not that
We were
far
in like our
off.
20s.
Yeah, not that far off. Like
Sure.
you're not watching a high school movie in your 40s.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe I will. Yeah,
I mean, I'll still check it out. It's Kevin Smith.
yeah.
So,
I mean, like I said, it's not horrible. You're not gonna like hate it, but you're not gonna like don't go spend a bunch of money on it.
no, I mean, yeah, I'm sure it'll be free on one of the apps or something like
Yeah,
that.
when it's free, watch it if you want to. But
Mhm.
that's just my.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
I'll see if Jess wants to get down with it. So I didn't even realize like how much of a Kevin Smith fan you actually were.
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
know we kind of joked about like, oh, this would be a fun topic to do because like I mean I do I love Kevin Smith, but like you're like super into this.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of dumped off his podcast a while ago. I switched jobs a lot, like had to cut off a lot of podcasts.
Gotcha.
I just never went back to it. I was like, yeah,
That's
turn
okay.
it a 3-4 hour
Mhm.
podcast. Him and Mosier don't do that podcast anymore. 'Cause
Okay.
Mosier went off to become a director, and
Yeah, because that was which character did he play?
he played Snowball.
Snowball. That's it.
And I mean, he played a bunch of them, like in those movies.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's. I was like, I recognize that name. It was Snowball.
he was the guy who gets a fight with Jason Lee in the beginning of Chasing Amy. You're not a tracer, or you're just a tracer.
Yeah. So, real quick,
Yeah.
I found this Kevin Smith movie quiz.
Okay.
And it's called "You'll Never Get 100%."
Probably not.
I did it before you got here.
Oh, okay.
And I got 75%.
All right.
But there's one question that I misread it.
Okay.
I read it too quickly, and I think that
Give yourself the credit.
Yeah, so I'm like, I maybe got like 80%. So,
Okay.
question one. This is multiple choice too.
Okay.
But if you already know the answer, just throw it out. What is the name of the store in which Dante works? Circle K, 7-Eleven, Quick Stop, or Quick Save?
Quick stop.
Quick Stop. Okay. Question number 2. What is the name of the dating game show in Mallrats?
Oh, fuck.
Blind Date, Danger Date, Truth or Date, or Bad Date?
Truth or date.
Truth or Date.
Thank God you have multiple choice because I don't remember all the.
I was kind of like, dude, I wish I would like the. What object does Ethan Suplee struggle to see in the Magic Eye poster?
A Sooner is a sailboat.
Sailboat.
Sorry, I didn't know if you want to.
No, I'm actually kind of more intrigued to see if you're gonna know the answers.
Okay.
Because I feel like those first two you're kind of like struggling on until I dropped it to you.
It's one of those I know the answer, but until I hear it, I might
Okay.
have mixed up dyslexia with the answers.
That's fine. I'm gonna just for the rest of the questions. I'm gonna
If
see
I need multiple choice,
I'll
I'll ask for it.
All right, question number 4. In Mallrats, what Ridley Scott movie poster does Brody have above his bed?
Oh God, that one I definitely need multiple choice.
You do?
Yeah, I don't remember that Easter egg.
Legend, Alien, Blade Runner, or Thelma and Louise? Think back.
I
Mallrats.
had no idea, and I'm thinking Alien?
All right, I'm gonna go Alien.
Do you have the answer or no?
No, it doesn't tell me
Okay,
the
to
answer.
the end.
All right, next one. What sugary treat does Brody offer Mr. Svenning while giving him stink palm?
Chocolate covered pretzel.
Chocolate pretzels. Okay, can I offer you
Yeah,
a chocolate covered pretzel? Number 6. Jason Lee plays 2 characters in the View Askewniverse.
Yes.
Askewniverse.
Technically.
One is Brody Bruce, and what is the other?
Oh God. I will need it. Multiple choice. It's Brody's from Mallrats, and I can't remember his name off of.
The other films?
No, Chasing Amy is the other movie. He played 3.
Oh yeah.
Because he also played Dogma.
Yeah, Azrael.
Ezreal.
All right, so it's Holden McNeil, T.S. Quint, Randall Graves, or Banky Edwards.
Well, he's Banky in. Yeah, Banky.
Banky.
Yeah, Holden is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
How many different characters? Oh, this is kind of funny. How many different characters has Ben Affleck played in Kevin Smith movies?
Well, we've said it.
We
already,
just
3,
talked about it.
Right? No, I'm sorry. But if you're not counting VSQ, because now you got Jersey Girl, Mallrats, Jersey Girl, Chasing Amy, Jam. Do you count Jam? This is where it's technically weird because he plays the same character in Jam Bob and Clerks, or both Jam Bob movies. Plays the same character, so does it count as multiple times, or is it?
I mean,
characters?
how many? No. I mean, that still counts as the same character. So how many different characters?
Okay.
So you have Mallrats,
Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jersey Girl. 4.
Let's go 4. Oh, what the hell just happened here? Okay. Which musician appears as God in Dogma?
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette.
Canadian treasure.
What piece of sports equipment does Silent Bob use to kill Azrael in Dogma?
Oh, the Blessed Golf Club.
Golf club. Which movie studio is producing the Blunt Man and Chronic movie and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
That'll need a name.
Universal Pictures, Warner Brothers, Miramax Films, or Disney?
Oh, it's Miramax, because that was the movie theater, the movies that produce all the movies.
Which actor plays Cockknocker in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. What movie are Matt Damon and Ben Affleck shooting in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
That is Good Will Hunting 2. I can't remember the tagline for it. It's
Hunting Season.
Hunting Season.
Yeah.
How about them apples?
Yeah. I don't know about them apples, Will. Red State is the first movie Smith directed set outside. Hold on. Red State is the first movie Smith directed set outside the View Askew universe.
Okay.
True or false?
False.
Before being called Cop Out, what was the movie originally going to be called?
I'll need a name for that one.
A Couple of Dicks, Cops and Robbers, Rock Out with Your Cop Out, or Two Cops?
A Couple Dicks. That one I have no idea.
Who are the Monroeville Zombies?
What's that reference to?
Well, I mean, it's showing a picture from Zach and Miri.
Is there a multiple choice for this or no?
Yeah. It's a flash mob, a hockey team, a movie studio, or a religious cult.
Let's go. Can you repeat that again?
A flash mob, a hockey team, a movie studio, or a religious cult?
God, I don't remember what it's called. They're from Pittsburgh, so I don't know if they would go.
Who are the Monroeville Zombies?
I'm going to say hockey team.
Okay, let's go hockey team.
Is that I have no idea.
Kevin Smith wrote the script to all but one of his movies. Which one was it?
I'll need a multiple choice on.
Red State, Jersey Girl, Yoga Hosers, Cop Out.
I'm sorry, he did not write Cop Out. He just directed it. So
Okay.
yeah, that
Cop
is it.
Out.
Cop Out.
That's what I thought I said earlier.
No, yeah, and I thought it was he. I know he directed it, and that was the catch. It was the studio wanted him to direct a movie, but not write it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Which A-list actor plays Guy Lapointe in Tusk?
that would be Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
That's who I was referencing. Earlier.
With a budget of $5 million, how much did Yoga Hosers gross at the box office?
Oh God, fuck if I know.
$5 million, $56,696, $36,585, or $365.
Was that in theaters? He was doing
I don't know if it was in theaters. That came out in 2016.
What was the first one?
$5 million. So his budget was $5 million. So did it gross also $5 million, $56,000, $36,000, or $365?
I want to say 56,000. I don't think it hit the budget because they were like indie. He was touring the movie. That's how they showed it.
Yeah, gotcha. What is the current title to the upcoming sequel to Mallrats?
Oh God.
Mallrats 2, Twilight of the Mallrats, The End of the Mallrats, or Mallrats Chapter 2?
It's Twilight of the Mallrats. And it couldn't come soon enough.
What was the name of the porn movie originally going to be in Zack and Miri Make a Porno?
Okay. I need a name on that one.
Sex Trek, 2001 A Sex Odyssey, Star Wars, or Lord of the G-Strings?
Star Wars.
You scored 90%.
Fuck yeah. Can I tell you which ones I got wrong?
It's a great score, but not perfect. You're almost there. Try again. Nope, it doesn't tell me which ones
That's
were
weird.
right. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Okay.
I had to scroll down for it. Oh, Jesus. These fucking ads are terrible. All right, so you got the Quick Stop right. Truth or Date, the name of the show. Sailboat. Mallrats, what Ridley Scott movie poster does Brody have above his bed? It was actually Legend, not Alien.
Okay. I was never going to get that one.
You got the Chocolate Pretzel, Banky Edwards. It was 3 different characters for Ben Affleck. Oh, you said 4? I think I hit 3 on accident.
Okay.
But
is 4?
so you probably got like
95.
85%. Yeah, no, it was 3. The correct answer is 3.
Then they're wrong.
Yeah, because maybe they're not including Jersey Girl.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm like, you count.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a technicality.
Sure. Which musician appears as God? You got Alanis Morissette. You got the Golf Club, the Miramax films, Mark Hamill, Good Will Hunting 2.
Like, way too much time on my hands.
Yeah, it was false about him being the first movie directed as Red State. A Couple of Dicks was the original title for Cop Out.
That was a guess.
Hockey Team for the Monroe Zombies.
I thought that one was wrong.
Cop Out was also the script or the one he didn't write but directed.
Right.
Johnny Depp was the guy, Guy Lapointe. For the budget of the $5 million for the Yoga Hosers, it was actually $36,000.
36,000.
Yeah, so you got that one wrong. It is called Twilight of the Mallrats and Star Horse.
Hell yeah!
Wow, nice.
You know what? For that technicality, I'll go 92.3. If you're a Clevelander, you know that reference.
Yep.
Good radio station.
Yeah.
The sports one.
Used to be.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's that, man.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
Just a chill Kevin Smith episode.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you're Kevin Smith fans, you love these movies.
Tell me what I got wrong.
Yeah. Give us a call. Let us know what your favorite Kevin Smith movie is.
Give us a favorite Kevin Smith line.
Yeah. Drop your favorite line from any of the movies. Shoot us a text. Leave us a voicemail. The Bagel left a voicemail. Maybe if you want to comment in something for the Bagel, and we'll relay it back to him. Yeah. 440-363-0121. Nice. At Pizza Bagels Pod on all the social medias. Same thing with the email. If you're out of the country, you want to email into the show and say some shit, still pizzabagelspod@gmail.com.
Yep.
Other than that, I guess that's kind of it, huh?
Yeah.
440-363-0121. 0121. Nice. Bye-bye.
Snoochie boochies.
Nice.